Hey guys, welcome to God's Unchained Beta with the Professor. All right, it's time for our Monday Mythic meta for the Rank Weekend event that ran on August 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Let's take a look at the results. Here's a list of our top 20 players. We can see first place, managed 24 wins out of 25. Quite an impressive run. We have about the top 6 places locked in with 22 wins or more. I would go on to say about the top 8 are pretty much locked in. However, it looks like 9th and 10th are still in close contention. We'll see when the official results are published and what the final MMR rankings are to determine who gets the final 9th and 10th spot. Overall, a competitive weekend and great performances by our top players here, with 20 wins being the bottom for top 20. Let's take a closer look. All right, looking at this graph, what's the first thing that stands out to you? That's right. I changed my scale from 15 to 20. So in prior Monday Mythic meta reports, I had capped my top number of gods played in the top 20 at 15, never expecting it to go over 10. But for this ranked weekend, I had to readjust my scale to go all the way up to 20. And we can see that War continues its ascend, with this past weekend having 17 players out of the top 20 playing a War deck. We had Deception, Death, and Nature with one player each in the top 20. And then we did not have a Magic or Light player in the top 20. In the top 10, everyone played War. So War was able to get first all the way to 10th place. That was easy. Our best deck, surprise, surprise, was War with 24 wins. The best Nature deck managed 21 wins. And in the best Deception and Death deck managed 20 wins each. The best Magic deck that I could find managed 18 wins. And for Light, I went all the way down to 17 wins, about 4 pages worth, and then I stopped looking because I could not find a Light deck that managed more than 17 wins. Looking at our deck types, we can see that Control remains half the meta, with half the players choosing to play a Control deck in our top 20. Aggro's getting a little bit of boost here, with almost half at 9 players playing Aggro, some players choosing Speed for quicker games during the ranked weekend. And then we have one mid-range deck type in the top 20. Let's take a closer look at our top decks this past weekend. So here's our top War deck with 24 wins. We can see it's the Enraged God Power, so it's an aggro War deck. This one takes advantage of a lot of strong War cards, including Out of His Misery, Master Tactician, the Enduring Shield, the Sites of Harvest, and then it supplements it with lots of small and cheap creatures that benefit from Out of His Misery and from the Enraged God Power. We do see the now very critical Iron-Tooth Goblin, which removes durability from your opponent's relics. We are currently in a relic heavy meta, so having relic destruction in your deck is very important. Sharing another War deck here that performed very well at 23 wins. This one's a Control War deck with the Onslaught God Power. We see our usual early game plays that help control the board to stabilize. You have Enduring Shield, Nocti Pillagers, Valga's Discovery, Trojan Battle Mage, the Magic Missile Launcher, Pyramid Warden. You have Carnage Sweep, Aeneas, and then you have your end game with Jason, Demogorgons, Strength in Numbers, Hector, and Avatar of War. Again, you'll notice 2 Iron-Tooth Goblins, which is very important in this meta, Relic Destruction. Currently in this meta, if you're looking to play a War deck, you're either playing a Control version with Onslaught or an aggro version with Enrage. Our top Nature deck managed 21 wins. This one's using the Animal Bond God Power, and it's a slightly mid-range version with cards in the 6 mana slot with Ironclad Minotaur and Pious Giant. You do have strong 5 mana cards like Jaguar Staff and Avatar of Nature. Again, you can see 2 Svart Basilics here for weapon removal. And then the usual strong early game play from Nature with Chiron, Marshwalker, Underbrush Boar, Black Jaguar, double Feyfame Blade, Canopy Barrage. Our top Deception deck finished with 20 wins. This one uses the cheat God Power. This one's an aggro variant. You're looking to build tempo early with cards like Orfeo, Switch Duelist, Veiled Assassin, Adrider Sailweavers. You have some removal and control cards like Makeshift Shiv, Mugging, Hunting Trap. You have hard to remove creatures like Jinxblade Duelist, Shadewalker, Avatar of Deception, Face Touch Golem, and the Reflection Elementalist. Reflection Elementalist transforms one of your friendly creatures into a copy, which becomes a 3/4 with Ward. So definitely a Ward theme going on with this deck with the Face Touch Golems and the Reflection Elementalist and the Drider Sailweaver. One call out about this deck is that it takes advantage of the Foreign Diplomat, a 2-mana 2/3 that gives you favor. As we all know, there was a recent Sanctum change that makes Sanctum purchases cheaper now. So getting 3 favor from this card on the Roar and another 3 favor on the Afterlife is 6 total favor from one card. That is more than halfway to a Sanctum purchase. So quite a good tech here to include the Foreign Diplomat in this deck. Our top death deck finished with 20 wins. This is the control version using Blood Ritual. We can see all the sleep cards and stall cards here, like Siren of the Grave, Half-Life to bring cards back, Neferu Khopesh to bring cards back, Canopic Hoarder, activate the Afterlife, Sand Scorpion. You have stall cards like the Portable Fortress, Demogorgon, removals like Neferu, Black Blood Blast, Apocalypse Now, End Times, and also including relic removal in the form of the Iron Tooth Goblin. Our best Magic deck was not in the top 20, but managed 18 wins. This one uses Clear Mind, and as we can see, it's the usual Ramp Magic version. You have your early place with Shadow Scryer, Star Shard Bolt, Tracking Bolt. You have your ramp with Sip of Elixir, Guardian of the Gates, Mana Toad, Well of Power. You have removal cards like Faraday Cage, Crystal Rain, Ratify, Double Archimedes Mirror, Circe, Inferno. And you're looking for your end game of Demogorgon, Hylian Elites, Echophon, and Avatar Magic. There is no light deck to go over this weekend, since I was not able to find one that managed more than 17 wins. Looking at our meta snapshot for the last 3 days at the Mythic level, you can see War's domination here. Green and positive win rates across the board, across all the 5 gods, a 56% total win rate, and 34% of the players played War, more than a third. We see a strong win rate against nature, 60%, almost 60% versus death, and 60% versus magic, and a crushing almost 70% win rate over light. And as we can see, that translates to light being only 8% popular, having only a 32% win rate versus war. Magic also unpopular now at 9% with a 45% win rate. And then we see nature, still the second most popular god, maintaining its 20 plus usage during the ranked weekend. Nature is managing its usual positive win rate over deception, and now a 50% win rate over magic. Deception does become an option when you're faced against war. You do have one of the better win rates versus war, depending on how early and how fast you can get started in the beginning. All right, so here's our list of top players again. Great job on your weekend performances, and good luck on your packs when we receive them.